Together, we are going to make this city more affordable. We are going to make it better for you to raise a family. We are going to make it safer, and we are going to make it easier to live in. Because Jersey City, an affordable Jersey City, starts now.
The other momentous event this week took place right here in Jersey City, where Councilman James Solomon soundly defeated former Governor Jim McGreevey to become the next mayor. James Solomon joins us now. Mr. Mayor-elect, welcome.
Thank you, David. Thank you for having me.
So your victory celebration in Journal Square, almost precisely in city center, in a city where the glitzier things, the glitzier they get, the more stark the disparities become. How are you going to balance those two narratives?
Yeah, well, we did want to host the victory party in the center of the city. It was symbolic for us to make sure that everybody in Jersey City knows I intend to be a mayor for every block in Jersey City, every neighborhood, and every ward. And that's step one in demonstrating that moving forward. And for me, the first thing is be a mayor who is always present, accessible. In Jersey City, folks deserve to see their mayor, to be able to push their mayor, question their mayor. And I intend to be a mayor that is present in every neighborhood. And then the second thing is, we have to deliver an affordable Jersey City. That was the message of the campaign, but that's the message that will resonate across Jersey City. If folks know that the mayor is actually fighting to keep me in my house, to stabilize property taxes, to fight against slumlords who are trying to evict me, that is going to resonate in every neighborhood. And that is, I think, what can help knit the city together in a city that, yes, has very vast disparities in wealth between different neighborhoods.
Yeah. We'll talk about the South Side, where the disparities, I think, are most stark or most visible. At least you made some very specific promises to South Side residents.
Yes.
Did you not?
Yeah, I thought it was important as the campaign in the runoff was having specific conversations about a neighborhood and a set of neighborhoods that I think have been ignored by City Hall, that haven't received their fair share of investment and attention. And I want to be held accountable. That was one of the messages that I delivered in the victory speech was this is not what I'm asking for voters over the next 4 years and constituents is to hold me accountable. And a couple of the core promises were, obviously building more housing working class folks can afford. It was no one-way conversions on the main streets, which is obviously a topic I was asked about a ton on the doors. And it was, delivering more for our young people, 1,000 summer jobs, first rec center, municipal rec center in Jersey City. Young people, I can't tell you how many times I knocked on a door on the south side of the city. And a mother or a father would say to me, I just do not have enough affordable options for my kid. My kid is 16 and they don't have anything to do, anywhere to go. That conversation happens so frequently. And I thought it was really important to make a clear commitment that I will be held accountable to.
How do you incentivize development in this part of town where, you're not the first mayor to say, I'm going to be the mayor for everybody, including everybody in the South Side?
Understood. And obviously actions are always going to speak louder than words. So,
but I'm saying just, there is that you have to incentivize
Understood.
development.
Absolutely. I mean, I think we're going to, partner with Governor Sherrill and our state legislators on real investments. We have additional revenue from the state, actually from the cannabis legislation. It's pretty significant, and that's revenue that can be used. One of the things I'm going to partner with Councilwoman Ridley on is revitalizing the Ocean Avenue
She's the
commercial corridor
councilwoman for this
Ward A.
district.
Yes, and one re-election. And Councilman Gilmore and I are committed to the partnership on youth activities and educational activities. So, to me, yes, we're going to have to work with all parties, really prioritize getting state investment to the south side of the city, and making sure that we actually have city leaders who know and understand the south side of the city.
You talked for a second there about revitalizing Ocean Avenue. One of the things about Jersey City that only grizzly old guys like me remember is that each ward had a kind of a central shopping district, and Ocean Avenue was that for the south side.
Exactly.
And where Ocean Avenue goes, a lot of what happens down here goes as well.
Agreed. And I think, another piece of that is transit, making sure that there are, bus routes on Ocean, that they're running more frequently than they currently run today, so people can get there. Thinking through the challenges on parking and making sure shoppers can come. But Ocean Avenue is the commercial corridor of the Greenville section. Jackson Ave or MLK. I know the old timers call it Jackson.
Yeah.
For the Hill, and making sure that those two commercial corridors get the revitalization they deserve.
Yeah, you're talking about affordability, and of course that means housing. Your opponent said that your dream of $1,000 rentals was crazy because the rest of the city would have to subsidize it. And I got to say, I was looking at rents just recently, and they have these micro units, which are in Journal Square under 300 feet, like 270 square feet for $2,000.
Hmm.
I mean, it's going to be tough to get $1,000 units.
Sure, yeah. Look, I think let me be clear about what the promise is. So the promise is when developers propose these big new towers,
Yeah.
we're going to first say you must put affordable inside. We have had for the last 10 years is a luxury only housing development model. That luxury only model has not served the broader interests of this Jersey City. It hasn't. Rent has gone up, property taxes have gone up, people have been displaced. So our first thing is demand developers put affordable housing in large new projects. Then a number of the units that we're going to demand they put in are these affordable units. So some will be at that $1,000 a month rent. Some will be at that $1,500. Some will be at that $2,000 a month rents. So, we're not going to go to a single, 1 to 4 family and say, you've got to drop your rent from 2,300 to 1,000. What we're saying is we're demanding developers build genuinely affordable units. And the subsidy for that will come primarily from the market rate rents they charge. In these large towers, rents are at 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10K a month. Astronomical rates, which provide extraordinary profit. And we're going to say to these guys, we're not against you building, but you must build for the broader community, and that means those genuinely affordable rents.
Yeah. Here's the other thing. You talk about big time developers,
Yeah.
waterfront and Journal Square and all that.
Yeah.
The corporate community in this town, for what they get here,
Mhm.
location, workforce, transportation, etc., they're getting away pretty easy. Is that
100%.
not right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
So now, what are you going to do about that one?
100%.
Because
So I
I'm
mean,
with you on that one, Mayor-elect. I got to tell you,
yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Agreed.
Sorry.
No, no, look, I mean, very, talking to a resident on the door, very simple thing to say was developers and corporations have taken a lot from Jersey City. It's time for them to give back. That was it. And everyone got that. They got that in their core. So how do you do it? Look, we're going to partner, but we're going to say we need more. Whether you're building that housing, we need you to build affordable. If you're a major corporation, we need you to be investing in philanthropy. We need you to see your commitments for the city of Jersey City
You
each and every.
gotta,
You
right?
got
There's got to be a
correct,
way to
correct,
say you gotta, or else
correct,
something
correct.
happens.
Correct. Look, I mean, different cities have different ways of doing it. Boston has some really, I think innovative ideas in which they've gotten the corporate community and nonprofit community really invested in the city in terms of real dollars, in terms of real capital. So I think we can do the same thing. But agreed. I mean, look, everybody needs, I think a partner in City Hall, and from our perspective, we got to be a partner to the community to be a partner with us.
Yeah. A couple quick things because I'm running out of time.
Yeah.
Street safety, these
Yeah.
bike lanes that have become highways for motorized bikes.
Mhm.
I keep hearing more and more about that. I have witnessed it myself and complain about it, frankly, myself. But that's the thing, no?
Yeah, 100%. Traffic enforcement is one of our, first 100-day priorities, creating real traffic enforcement. It's going to look at e-bikes, it's going to look at motorbikes, it's going to look at cars that run red lights and stop signs. So Jersey City does not really have traffic enforcement, as anyone who's driven a street in Jersey City can tell you, and that's going to change very soon.
Yeah. Also, no Latinos on the council for the first time
Well,
since, I don't know,
hold on,
Joe
Joe.
Lopez.
Well, Joe Brooks is Honduran. His
Okay,
story
no, you're
is
right. I remember, right? You're right.
his story. He can tell his story, but he is Honduran. But I understand that for the Latino community, real representation matters.
Although let's
And
be frank, that was a narrative that the one Latino
correct.
running was,
Yes.
was using.
Understood. But for me, again, a commitment here. My administration is going to look like the city. The Latino community is obviously, vibrant heart of Jersey City. So the leadership of my administration will have a number of members from Jersey City's Latino community.
That was a pretty diverse council,
Mhm.
most of whom were on the stage with you, if not
Yes.
all of them.
Our endorsed candidates won all 9 seats, if you count the fact that 3 were endorsed in the runoff, not in the general.
Yeah.
But I believe all 9 are genuine public servants. I believe all 9 care deeply about Jersey City. We're not always going to agree. I think this council is going to be different than Mayor Phillips' council. It's not going to march in lockstep the same way Phillips' council did. You're going to get, I think, different coalitions for different votes. But what I'm confident in is that all 9 care deeply about the city. So there's a real reservoir of shared values and shared purpose to work together on to govern effectively and pass legislation.
Meanwhile, you crazy party line busters now have created an environment where the mayor of the second largest city
Yeah,
can, I would say
yeah,
flip the bird or
yeah,
do another,
yeah,
get out of my face
yeah,
gesture to the party bosses. And that was clear yesterday
yeah,
because none of those party bosses
yeah.
was on that podium with you.
Stage, yeah. I think
Does that present a challenge or an opportunity?
for all of the above, I think both. But for me, the core is governance. So whether it's take Craig Guy, he's the Hudson County executive. We got to work together to make Jersey City more affordable. So I need the Hudson County government and the Jersey City government working in lockstep together. Governor Sherrill, we need to be working in lockstep on better transit for Jersey City. So for me, I'm going to take the approach of I'm working with folks through the government, like through the work that we do together, and that's going to dictate the future for the city. And I think that's the opportunity. But I think the thing that is exciting is I'm beholden to no one, right? There's no one who can call me up and tell me what to do except the people of Jersey City. And that is an exciting moment. That is why we've been trying to move away from boss politics. And, I think it's part of the reason I won so overwhelmingly because voters, didn't like the idea of outside bosses with big money trying to dictate the politics of the city.
All right, Mayor-elect of Jersey City, James Solomon, congratulations. Good to
Thank
see
you,
you. I
David.
will see you out there, man.
I'll see you out there every day.
And that's Hold That Thought for this week. Thanks also to Comptroller Kevin Walsh and to you for liking and subscribing, which I know you're doing right now. I'm David Cruz. Thanks for streaming. We'll see you next week.